Welcome to All Fox Racing PC. Welcome back to the end of the season. Very late coverage of round 10. But just to be entertained during the holiday season, here it goes. Round 10. That's at the Cascavel circuit in Brazil. Very interesting circuit. Only a few corners, seven to be more precise, using this amazing car, the Chevrolet Opala stock car from 1986. It is a good car, not too fast, should provide good racing, and the basic circuit should help. Let's go to the starting grid, shall we? Only 12 takers for today. Chris Perry, that number 25, the Manaka livery over here. On pole position, followed by Kevin, the number 8. Second row is Mike Stevens and Wayne Robinson. Third row, Diogo Silva and Simon Allen. Fourth row, Rob Oldham and Jurgen Smets. Fifth row, Christian Clark and Darren Head. Darren Head, unusually at the back of the pack today. Should be interesting to see what he can do. And the sixth row is Jorge Luna and David Good. We already have number 8 there twice because Cavalli is also using number 8. So let's try not to get too confused. And let's watch them racing, shall we? As they go, 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 go. It's the season finale. Mark Elder, the champion, is not here, but look at these 12 drivers. And Cavalli is going to jump into the lead of this race. Cavalli has had a better start than Chris Perry. Everyone makes it through turn 1 safely. I believe that we can see no incident. Yes, I think this is the first time in a while that I see, look at this, Chris Perry. First time in a while that we see no carnage in the first few corners. Chris Perry, very interested in recovering that lead. Let's go to the middle of the pack and see what type of action we are here facing in the middle of the pack with Jurgen Smets in 7th place behind Simon Allen. Look at this, Chris Perry is going to go for the lead. Chris Perry is going to go for the lead. Look at Wayne Robinson and the pressure from Mike Stevens as well. We have very tight racing over here. Oh, look at this, Cavalli all over the place there. Cavalli already lost second to Wayne Robinson. All sorts of things happening here in Cascavel. We are still on the first lap. Christian Clark in 10th place, already a bit separated from the pack. Look at this, they're running side by side into the last corner. That was Simon Howard. Jurgen Smets overtaking Simon Howard. They run side by side through the corner, and this is Rob Oldham getting under pressure from Darren Head. We expected close racing, and so far we are seeing it. 20-minute race, so it should provide a lot of time for a lot of laps, but Chris Perry is starting to get away from the pack. Wayne Robinson in an excellent 2nd place. Another driver that enjoys Old Fox racing across platforms, PlayStation and PC, Cavalli, is trying to get back into that 2nd place. And let's go trackside with Wayne Robinson and follow that battle, because behind the leader we've got a pretty tight pack with Cavalli in 3rd place. Mike Stevens is going for it. Mike Stevens is going on the inside, and it should be game, set, and match for Mike Stevens. Yes, it is. Cavalli not having the greatest start of the race. He led briefly, and now he's down into 4th place. He's coming back, and Mike Stevens now on the inside of the last corner. Will this work? The answer is, of course not. It won't work, and Cavalli almost spins and loses time. Diogo Silva up into 4th. Simon Allen up into 5th, and Darren Head is recovering quite nicely. He's up into 6th, followed by Jurgen Smets. Look at Rob Oldham and Cavalli. Disastrous first couple of laps. He led into the first corner. Look at this, all sorts of pushing and shoving there between Darren Head and Jurgen Smets. And Kev is trying to get back at Rob Oldham now. Look at Simon Allen on the back of Diogo Silva. That's an interesting battle. We'll follow that for some time, as the top 3 are trying to check out from everyone else, and then comes the pack, and that is Diogo Silva, the number 64, is in 4th place. Look at this, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, pretty much almost everyone there. Darren Head is up into 6th place again, and as they complete another lap. And Darren Head is in 6th place behind Simon Owen. Simon Owen is on the attack mode as well with Diogo Silva for that 4th place. Another lap is going to be complete here. Look at Darren Head, nicely done there. Nice line through the last corner. And now Diogo Silva is going defensive already from Simon Owen. Let's look see what's happening behind Darren. That's Jürgen Smets in. Look at this, absolutely beautiful drifting there. As Cascavel is trying to get back into the mix. He has overtaken a couple of drivers, Christian Clark in 9th, and Rob Oldham has had some sort of problem. Oh, look at this, some side-by-side racing there between Darren Head and Simon Owen. But Simon is having none of it and is going to recover that 5th position, lap 4. And look at this, absolute close racing. The top 4 are trying to check out. Look at this when they run side by side. They're just losing time. Look at the time that Diogo Silva has gained on now. Darren Head up into 5th as Simon Allen gets taken on the inside there of that corner. Lap 4 of the season finale. Simon Allen makes a mistake. Oh, and spins in front of Jürgen Smets. Simon Allen spins in front of Jürgen Smets, who had to slow down, and Simon Allen is going to go back to last place. Simon Allen parks the car beautifully though. Absolutely, he must be used to UK controlled parking zones because this was absolutely beautiful. Let's see the replay. He runs wide into the grass and then reverses very nicely. Oh, just hits the wall, but parks the car there beautifully. He's trying to press the reset button and ends up in 12th place. We'll go through the pack in reverse. David Good, no sorry, Jorge Luna is in 11th, David Good is in 10th, and they have lost a bit of touch with the pack. They're 4 seconds behind or so. Rob Oldham is pretty much alive and kicking in 9th place. Look at that Christian Clark on Jürgen Smets, and Jürgen runs wide there. Jürgen runs wide. I'm not sure if there was contact. We'll get a replay of this incident because I think that there may have been some contact there between Jürgen Smets and Christian Clark. No contact whatsoever. Jürgen just lost it and then wisely using the tarmac to go back, but he's of course taking a much wider line, and look at that, pretty much everyone is through. Oh, and Jürgen spins on his way back into the track. Oh no! That's the end of his chase for a podium, surely for a top 5, as Jürgen Smets now drops himself down to last. He has Simon Allen for company. Let's have a look at what happened there. That was, well, up into 8th is Rob Oldham, up into 7th is Christian Clark, up into 6th now is Cascavel, who has pretty much occupied every position from 1st to last in this race. Lap 5 out of how many we don't know, but we are not yet at the midpoint, as now Rob Oldham is chasing Christian Clark, and it seems that he's going to go for it at number 64. We have two 64s again on the field. That's Diogo Silva, who is in 4th place. And let's go trackside, and now that things are a bit quieter, figure out what's happening with our race leader, the Manaka livery. The number 25 is leading with 2.5 seconds. Look at this beautiful Chevrolet Opala. Wayne Robinson in 2nd, Mike Stevens in 3rd, and Diogo Silva in 4th. And Wayne Robinson is in 2nd place in that Polish push livery, the number 13, but is giving him some luck in 2nd place. 3rd place is another Manaka livery. That's Mike Stevens. 4th place is Diogo Silva. 5th place is Darren Head. And this is our first real on-track battle for 5th place, as Darren Head in that number 52 is pursued by no other than Kev Allen. And Kev with a lot of pace, but trying to get that consistency that will perhaps allow him to challenge for a podium. He's only, well, 3 seconds off the podium. Let's see how this race is going to evolve when they all complete another lap. Now, there is a bit of a gap to 7th place man Christian Clark, who is followed in turn by Rob Oldham. 9th is David Good. 10th is Jorge Luna. And the two drivers that have been delayed by incidents of their own making, Simon Allen That number 22 in the 11th spot, and now he's losing a bit of grip. That was not the ideal line through that corner. And Jürgen Smets is in 12th. Let's look for battles as we are with a chase camera with Cascavel chasing that 5th place. Now can he go on the inside here? It is possible, but Darren Head has a very good line through that corner. The gap at the front is increasing, by the way. No, it's not. It's 2.6 seconds. It was 2.5. Darren almost lost it there. Darren almost lost it there. And Diogo Silva is also closer to Mike Stevens now. The gap is under a second to follow that battle as well. As we are approaching the midway point, it seems that we've been running for a long time, but that's because we have a short lap here. Look at Darren Head running very wide there in the last corner. Retains that 5th position, however. And here comes Darren Head. We'll keep an eye on other battles, and there seems to be one for 9th place. Oh, look at this contact between Cascavel and Darren Head. We'll keep an eye on other battles through the field. As oh, look at this now, side by side. And it seems to me that Kev has a real opportunity to go on the inside here. They run side by side, and Darren is trying not to give up. But surely he's now going to have to yield. No, he doesn't. As a bit of contact did not help Kev particularly there, as he lost the ideal line through that corner. But Kev is coming back at him now, and he's going to go for it, or he is not. He gave up on the idea. He prefers to go through this section very close to their head, although he does seem to have lost a bit of momentum now. Gap at the front is 2.9 seconds, and we'll keep an eye on other battles as Diogo Silva is very close to Mike Stevens. Let's look at Luna and David Goods. That's the battle for 9th spot. And Simon Owen and Jürgen Smets are also not that far from each other. And in fact, all these drivers are closer to one another than Kev Allen is to Darren Head. Kev lost a bit of momentum there. Let's see other battles as Diogo Silva now has lost touch with Mike Stevens. Kev has lost touch with Darren Head. And bizarrely, Jorge Luna has also lost touch with David Goods. As Jürgen Smets continues to try to not be last in this race. Lap 9, and we are at the midpoint of this race, so we should have time for maybe 17 laps, maybe 18. Let's see. Oh, look at that, there's a battle there, somewhere. That's Christian Clark and Rob Oldham. We hadn't seen that one coming, but it's now the closest battle in the entire field. Battle for 7th place as Christian Clark tries to put some pressure on Rob. Ooh, but loses it a little bit there, runs wide. It's tricky to control this car, especially with tire wear now becoming a factor in this second half of this race. Look at this Christian Clark really close, and he's going to go for it in the last corner. Is he? No. He's not going to go for it in the last corner. Look at Cascavel, has lost an entire second. He's now a second behind Darren Head, so Darren Head does seem to have the upper hand here in the second half of this race. But look at this battle, Christian Clark. Not the easiest combo to overtake though. This car is not very powerful, so they will be running more or less at the same speeds. And especially this car does not have brilliant brakes, and the circuit does not provide a lot of opportunity for outbraking other drivers. And Christian Clark now is losing it a little bit as he runs wide again. Let's go back to other battles. David Good in 9th place is still ahead of Jorge Luna. Now there's a new development here, which is that these drivers are getting caught by the combination of Simon Allen and Jürgen Smets, and that's going to be interesting to follow. Let's go and go through the field and come back here when we can. Chris Perry, in Mark Elder's absence, is dominating this race. He is in the lead of the race, 2nd place. What a brilliant drive by Wayne Robinson. 3rd place is Mike Stevens. Where is Mike Stevens? As we are on the cockpit view with Mike. 4th place, there he is, Diogo Silva. 5th place is Darren Head. Darren Head has been losing a bit of steam there, 113, and the top 4 are in 112s. So Darren is now 3.5 seconds behind Diogo. Kev Allen has definitely lost some steam in 6th place. Let's see if he can recover. 7th is Rob Oldham, and he has also checked out from Christian Clark. Christian Best have had a problem, but now this is the battle that we all wanted to see. It's David Good ahead of Jorge Luna, and Jorge Luna is already under attack by Simon Allen, so we'll follow this battle at the back of the field. We have battles through the field, of course, in Old Box Racing, PC, and also PlayStation, as the chic Bandeirante car is trying to hold on to that top 10 position. And look at this opportunistic Jürgen Smets is now trying to himself overtake Simon Allen. They go side by side into the last corner, and Jürgen Smets is up into 11th. Jürgen Smets up into 11th. Simon Allen is, well, these two, they should be probably working together to go through David Good and Jorge Luna. They probably have better pace. Simon Allen recovers 11th, but I'll tell you who must be loving this. It's David Good and Jorge Luna, because the other drivers are battling between themselves and they keep the positions. And look at that, Jürgen Smets very wide there, so is Simon Allen. And now Simon is back on the attack to Jorge Luna. It's tricky to overtake here, but oh, a bit of a bump and run there. A bit of a bump and run, and look at this, 3 wide there. 3 wide as Jürgen Smets is also, this is not going to end well, this is not going to end well, and somehow they haven't crashed on Jürgen Smets. What a move there. What a move if he can complete it, and I think he can. We'll get a replay of that move. What a move by Jürgen Smets. We will definitely get a replay from the cockpit view. It was a bit of a 2-in-1 as Simon Allen was overtaking. There he is, Simon Allen, a bit of a bump and run there, NASCAR style to Luna, but oh, beautiful there, absolutely taking advantage of that gap, keeping the momentum, and Jürgen Smets directly from 12th into 10th spot. And then overcomes Luna's pressure to take that 10th place. Now Simon Allen is left in the cold there, because he is basically now back in 12th place and now is absolutely determined more than ever to go and overtake Jorge Luna. Will go on the high helicopter camera, and they go side by side. Luna is having none of it and just shuts the door on Simon Allen. This is the battle. Oh, look at this, what a momentum from the corner, and he goes now on the outside. He crosses the line already ahead, and Simon Allen is going to go into 11th spot, or is he contact between the two drivers? As we expected, contact between the two drivers, but it seems that Simon Allen is going to be ahead, and Luna is down into 12th now. Let's look at David Good's battle with Jürgen Smets, lap 13. We have a few laps to go. We'll keep an eye on other battles, and look at that, there's another battle between Darren Head and Kev Allen. Kev Allen has recovered some ground there. Oh, and look at that, well, it's quite a heavy-duty battle now. Let's keep an eye on that battle. Let's keep an eye on, oh, Jürgen Smets has overtaken. Jürgen Smets has overtaken, let's go and see the replay of that move. Jürgen Smets has overtaken David Good. As, let's go chase camera, shall we? As, well, this is Jürgen again coming with more momentum through that corner. And now we'll try to run side by side. We'll go back to Kev Allen in a second, but Jürgen, nicely done there. Jürgen up into 9th spot, but well, still not complete the move. But now he's going to take the corner, or is he? No, he's not. This was a much longer overtake than we thought, but now they're running side by side. And look at Simon Allen is coming back at these guys as well, as David Good retains the 9th position. We'll keep an eye on the Kev Allen and Darren Head, but this is a way more interesting, a 3-way battle, as now Jürgen Smets finds himself again under pressure from Simon Allen, and Jürgen will want to attack. Oh, look at this, a bit of a dive there, but manages to, oh, David Good, oh, it's contact between David Good and Simon Allen, and they both are going to spin. We'll get the replay of this action. David Good ends up, and Simon Allen is going to let him through. Simon Allen, is he going to let him through? Yes, he is. I'm not entirely sure that was necessary, but let's have a replay. We imagined this was going to end in tears. Now let's look at this. David Good is clearly ahead of Jurgen. Jurgen does a bit of a dive. Well, he's trying to run side by side. It's not entirely a dive. And David clearly sees him and gives him room. Now David is losing it, and now he's a bit out of control, but he's still close to the racing line. And Simon Owen, well, I can't blame Simon there. There was a gap. There was a gap there, but the contact was almost unavoidable. As you can see there, David just lost it a little bit, and now he's rotating or moving towards Simon, and there he is. David Good ends up spinning, and Simon Allen also spins at the exit there. Simon Allen also spins, and they're now 11th and 12th. Luna is up into the top 10. Jurgen Smet is in 9th, and we'll go back because something else has happened. Oh, look at this. We'll definitely get the replay of this action because Cavallan is ahead of Darren Heads, but there was a bit of bumping there, so we will definitely rewind and see all this action because Darren seems very committed to recovering that spot, and well, there's a bit of pushing and shoving there. Now let's get back into the replay. This is a similar situation there. No, it's not similar because it was Darren who missed the right line there, and Kev did take the opportunity and absolutely spot on there. No contact, very clean overtake. Darren down into 6th place, and now Darren is coming with more momentum and almost hits Kev. Kev hangs on there. This is nice racing, and now the contact happens. A bit of pushing and shoving there as Darren loses the position for good. Now there's going to be different braking points here, and a bit of a bump there, and Darren almost losing it. Nice save there, but still in 6th place, and now is a bit. There you go, Cavallan up into 5th place. Now let's go trackside with our race leader. We haven't seen much of him. That's because he's been swiftly increasing the gap to 2nd place, 4.4 seconds. Wayne Robinson continues to be in an excellent 2nd place. 3rd is going to be Mike Stevens, and 4th is going to be Diogo Silva. Where is he? There he is in 4th spot, and that car has managed to go into the grass somehow. We haven't seen what happened. 5th is Cavallan, 6th is Darren Head, 7th is now Rob Oldham running on his own because the 8th place man is Christian Clark. 9th is Jurgen Smet, 10th is Luna, 11th is David Good, and 12th is Simon Allen. Let's see what's the closest battle in this late stage. We will have time for a couple more laps, I believe. A couple more laps will be complete. Let's see, this is race leader Chris Perry completing lap 15. That's probably it. Well, this may be the last lap, I'm not so sure. This may be the last lap, as Wayne Robinson is in an excellent 2nd place. No, there will be 17 laps. There will be 17 laps. Mike Stevens is now actually not that far behind. Wayne Robinson. So this could be a battle. Well. Tire wear is certainly becoming an issue, and Mike Stevens seems to have preserved his tires a little bit better there. A little bit better. Mike Stevens, but I think he's running out of time because we will have possibly one more lap after this. Oh, look at Wayne Robinson. His tires are absolutely gone. That's Chris Perry there, entering what we believe is going to be the last lap of this race. Last lap of this race for Wayne Robinson as well, but leader Chris Perry. as Mike Stevens continues to chase that second place, but surely he will have to get closer to Wayne Robinson if he is to be a challenge. Ooh, Wayne Robinson running very wide there. Oh, Wayne Robinson spins! Wayne Robinson spins on his own. Oh no! From second place, Wayne Robinson. Oh, and he gets hit there by, who is that? That's Diogo Silva. No, no, that's not Diogo Silva. That's, oh, look at Wayne Robinson. He does lose. Let's see, who was that? That was Kev Allen, I believe. Was that Kev Allen or was that oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, it was not Kev Allen, it was Diogo Silva who was, this is the replay, Diogo in fourth place, and bang! And Diogo Silva almost loses it. Kev Allen is past Darren Head, and Wayne Robinson rejoins in sixth place, maybe seventh, no, it's sixth place. And what a disaster for Wayne Robinson. He was second the entire race and drops down to sixth on the last lap of the race. But what a race it has been for Chris Perry. It's going to be a win for that number 25 Manaka livery. Just a couple more corners to go with that Chevrolet Opala. And Chris Perry is going to win the race. There's the checkered flag in the air, and he is going to be the winner. There he is. Chris Perry wins the first race of the season finale. Second place man is going to be another number 25. So that's number 26, sorry, that's Mike Stevens. Third place, a podium for Diogo Silva. A bit unexpected, but a good race as well for this Cap Allen. Look at him recovering very nicely towards the end. 50 ahead. Sixth is going to be Wayne Robinson. Seventh is going to be Rob Oldham. Eighth is going to be Jurgen Smets. And look at Jurgen Smets. Something happened to, what happened to Christian Clark? We'll try to get a quick rewind to see if this was, oh, and Christian Clark lost it as well on the last lap. Disaster for Christian there, as did he lose it just on his own? It's a very unusual place to lose it. Oh, he's running wide, and then, oh, disaster, bang. And there is Jurgen Smets up into 8th place, up into down into 9th is Christian. Luna is in 10th. David Good is going to be 11th, and Simon Allen is going to be 12th. These drivers, of course, have been delayed by various incidents, and therefore they will be a little bit separated from the leading pack, as Jurgen Smets is going to complete the race in 8 spots. 9th is going to be Christian Clark, another 64 livery here at Cascavel. Christian Clark in 9th place, and the top 10 is completed by Jorge Luna. 11th is going to be David Good, and we'll get the final few corners of this race with Simon Allen. Simon Allen was in the leading pack, and then a couple of incidents and went down into 12th place. What a race this has been. Coverage of the last round of the autumn 2022 season. Mark Elder is the champion already, but the racing continues to be furious, and we can't wait for race 2. Thank you very much.